All right, so this class is, I spend so much focus on one muscle or joint or area at a time. And this class, because I haven't seen you this week, right? Yeah, so this class is body awareness. So kind of body awareness as a general theme. So let's just start comfortably seated. You know, some people like to sit on a blanket or something to lift their hips above their knees, or you may be perfectly comfortable sitting like this, and just kind of maybe roll your shoulders back and lift your crown. And as you lift your crown, you can sort of feel everything lifting. My chest lifts, my core lifts up and out of my hips. And then just come into your breath. You can either flutter your eyes closed, or you can feel free to keep your eyes open. See if the size of your breath can deepen as you go through some breath cycles here. And just first, just simply notice, how does the breath feel in your body? How does it feel when it comes in an inhalation? What do you feel and where do you feel it? And how does the air feel as it comes out? And I'll point out one thing I've noticed about myself is sometimes I'm unconsciously leaning a tiny bit forward, and then I sort of settle back on my sits bones. I don't know if you can feel that. It's like so imperceptible. It's like I'm slightly forward. Yeah. All right, so keep breathing and noticing. Just see how it feels. So you might, where does the air come in? How does it come in? What does it move, right? So my air moves my ribs and moves my belly when it comes in. Moves those things when it comes out. Checking a noisemaker on the computer. Good. So we're just starting out in notice mode and bringing our attention into our interior space. See if all the to-do lists of December can float away as you just focus on yourself for a couple of moments. Okay, let's add a little bit of movement. So just change which leg is in front. And then you're going to move the corresponding arm. So whichever leg's in front, you're going to move the corresponding arm. And what I want to do is just start making little arm circles. And then as you're doing this, drop your head away from your arm. So just drop your head away from your arm and let the circles happen. And just let this movement take your attention into, what do I notice about this movement? And I can change the direction of my circle too. Just let my neck lengthen away from the arm circle. Great. And then let the arm circle just kind of finish. Leave the neck stretching over. And then sort of just drop your head down and take it around to the other side. And then add the arm circles now on side two. Oh, actually switch your legs. Sorry, switch your legs and add the arm circles on the other side. I think that's officially the hardest thing for yoga teachers to remember, is the switching of the leg when we're sitting. And you can change direction when you want to. Notice if this side feels any different than the first side. We are always asymmetrically symmetrical, so there could be reasons for differences, and then let the hand rest. And once again, let's just sort of drop the head down and spend a little bit of time kind of just in this nodding position, maybe kind of weave your head around a little bit in this nodded position. Just see how it feels. Great, and then let's bring our head up and let it tip back and nod it forward and tip it back. Nod it forward and tip it back. And then come to center and just sort of just say no a little bit and say yes a little bit. Just alternate that. So no, very gentle no, very gentle yes. Ew. Now let's go ahead and let's come down to our back. And let's start out by stretching out both legs. Really settle your shoulder blades underneath you. Really let your arm bones slide into the socket, right? So here they're a little out of the socket, here they're in the socket. And I'm going to lengthen my tailbone underneath me. Great. And then reach my arms down and relax my hands and relax my feet and just come into your breath here. Once again, with this altered position, what do I notice about the air as it comes into my body? What do I notice as it exits my body? What moves? What remains still? And as you continue breathing, can you, in your mind's eye, extend the air so that when you inhale, the air doesn't just fill your torso, but it also fills your arms down to your hands. Can you just sort of do that in your mind's eye? When you exhale, it exhales out of your torso and your arms. Let's add arms and legs this time. So when I inhale, try to flush air in my mind's eye all the way to my feet, all the way to my hands. And exhale, goes out again. A couple more times like that. Beautiful. Let's draw our right knee in and start out by giving it a hug so I can hug it in and let the foot be relaxed. And then let's add a pointing of those toes, and I'm going to straighten up my leg to the perpendicular position. So I'm not trying to get a big hamstring stretch. I'm in the perpendicular position and my toe is pointed. Then I'm going to flex my foot and I'm going to lower my leg all the way down just to a hover. It's going to come down, but I don't want to touch the ground. And at the bottom, I'm going to point and float back up again. So that's the action. It's kind of just a hovering leg. So I'm in control of this hover using my breath. I had an osteopath make the statement to me that our soles of our feet, the arch, is connected to our diaphragm. And I thought that was so interesting. It never occurred to me before. So you could sort of have that sensation that when you inhale, that inhalation can be maybe felt in your arch. Similarly, when you exhale, see if you can feel it in your arch. One more time all the way up. One more time, flexing all the way down. Just find that hover and then go ahead and let the leg come down. Relax the foot. Relax everything. A couple of cycles of breath, just doing nothing other than breathing. And then let's hug the left knee in. So start off with a nice hug, like you mean it. Relaxed foot, then point the toes and bring the leg up to that perpendicular place. And then flex the foot and float that leg down slowly but surely to a hover. So you don't want to touch the ground, you want to hover just above it and then point and draw it back up again. Beautiful. So the point lifts us up and the flex drops us with our breath. One more time, full cycle. And as I float down, I'm hovering, I'm hovering, I'm hovering, I'm hovering, and I'm in complete control of the moment when I just let that leg down. Relax my feet, relax my body, relax everything. Have a couple of cycles of breath. Beautiful. I'm going to bend my knees open and put the soles of my feet together. Everything's a little bit different here. If you need a little support, like some blocks or some blankets under your knees, you can take that, or you could even just have your hands under your knees. My knees have fallen open. My soles of my feet are together. Keep that tailbone lengthened and just kind of wiggle a little bit here and just sort of feel what this pose feels like today. Supta Konasana, what it feels like today. Beautiful. And then take your arms up into a cactus. I'm going to sit up so you can see what cactus arms are. Boom, boom. So my arms are in cactus. What I want to do is this. Let's do our arms first. Leave our legs where they are. And I'm just bringing my arms together, bringing into like a prayer position, trying to bring my elbows and my hands together right over my face and then open back up again. So that's what the arms are going to do. And then we'll focus on the legs, no arms. I'm going to pull my knees up, but I'm going to stop at the point where my feet would fall apart. So I'm not letting my feet fall apart. So I'm stopping where my feet would fall apart and opening back up. So that's going to go together with the breath. So let's go ahead and inhale on the ground. Exhale as I draw in. Inhale to extend. One more time. Great. Let everything open up. And then pull the knees in, hugging your knees, maybe rocking your sacrum. And then we'll roll to our side. We're going to come on up to our all fours with tabletop position. So my hands are going to end up underneath my shoulders and my knees are going to end up underneath my hips. Just notice that carefully, because sometimes we can just be a little bit ahead with either one and not real, or behind with either one and not quite realize it. So sort of just check in with yourself. I like a big broad hand, or if I need to protect my wrists a little bit more, I can use fists. But with a broad hand, I feel like I'm using my whole hand to hold me up and not just my wrists. Then I bring my elbows behind me, or bring my triceps behind me, and then my arms feel like I'm in the strongest position. Great. And I want to just really lengthen my spine. So to do that, I'm going to just poke my tailbone up in the air. And then I'm going to come to neutral, and I'm going to pull it underneath me. And I'm just going to explore my tailbone a little bit till I'm confident of where it feels like it is the longest. and where my spine feels like it's the longest, and I'm keeping my head and neck in line with my spine. Great. So I'm looking straight down. So let's come into our breath here. So just kind of be here for a couple cycles of breath where you just feel, how does it feel now when the air comes into my body? It leaves my body. And let's take it into cat and cow. So full cow. So I'm going to drop my belly, lift my pelvis, lift my chest, roll my shoulders back, lift my head, full cow with an inhale. And then everything's going to tuck in, scoop, 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 scoop into my. Keep going with your breath. Two more, just feeling the fullest range of this motion in your body. Everybody will be a little different. We'll end in our cat. So really curl up your cat and then think about it before you do it. Then just unfurl your cat until you come to that neutral place. And have a couple of seconds of breath where you just feel like I'm in this neutral place here, where my spine is quite long. Beautiful. We're going to come into a flow. We're going to do a flow, which is a little unusual. So I'm going to separate my knees and I'm going to slide back to child's pose. So my hips are going back, my arms are reaching forward, my forehead's coming down. So I'm in child's pose, and picture it before you do it. I'm going to come up into down dog. So picture it before you do it. Have a nice full breath on the ground. Full exhalation. Now inhale and bring yourself up into down dog. Open your mouth and exhale. And inhale again in dog. And then exhale and go back to child's pose. Big exhale. Now I'm going to flow it a tiny bit quicker. So I'm going to inhale down dog. And I'm going to exhale child's pose. Keep going at your own pace here. Big inhale to come up. Big exhale to come back down. So again, everybody's going to kind of have their own pace, which is perfect. Let's take that through one more time. And then we can end in child's and have a cycle of breath, really relaxing your child's pose. And then inhale again to down dog. And this time go ahead and pedal and explore how your dog feels today. So my hips really lift up and back. My thighs are drawing back behind me. My chest is melting towards my thighs. My back is long. My arms are strong. Elbows are drawn down, triceps drawn down or back towards my legs. And then inhale, full expression of your dog. And open your mouth and exhale. Now we're going to flow into plank. So I'm going to inhale into plank and exhale back into dog. So that's my next flow, your own tempo. Inhale, plank, exhale, my dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, my dog. Couple more times. Let's meet up in dog with a big inhalation. Open our mouth and exhale. So inhale up to our tippy toes. Exhale, walk it forward to my forward fold and just enjoy this. Let your head really hang down. Maybe grab your elbows with your hands and just really hang out here. You could sway from side to side if that feels good. Anything that feels good to just really completely relax and release all the tension in your forward fold. Let's catch up. So we're going to together take an inhale and an exhale so that I can inhale, lift my shoulders and back ribs up into half lift. Exhale, forward fold, my head drops. And then inhale, first one time all the way up standing. Exhale, hands. Right, great. I'm ready to lose a layer. So let's take Tadasana. So I'm going to stand about hip width apart, and I want to feel like I'm engaging 2 points in the ball of my foot and 2 points in the heel of my foot. Some people talk in terms of a tripod here, but I really like the notion of there's 4 points so that my heel feels secure on both sides of my heel and my ball feels secure on both sides of my ball. So just really feel the feet, and I can lift up toes and lift up, like I can sort of wiggle around a little bit until I feel really sure of my feet underneath me. And then let's draw the energy up the front. So feel the energy coming up my shin, up to my knee, lift my knees as I engage my quadriceps, and the energy is coming up. My tailbone is long, so I feel lifted here in my core, all the way up to my ribs, and then my chest is lifted, but my shoulders are relaxed, right? And my head is floating nicely, my crown is reaching, right? So all the energy in the front is coming up, 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 up. And then what happens when it goes to the back is it's going to descend. So the energy is flowing over my head. And now the energy is, my spine is lengthening down to my long tailbone, and the energy is going down my back. Glutes relaxed, right? Hamstrings drawing down to the heel. So feel that cycle of energy as you stand in Tadasana, arms down, and breathe. And just notice again the sensation of air as it comes in and out of your body. Beautiful. And now inhale and lift your arms up to this taller mountain pose. Relax your shoulders and just feel again that energy flow from up the front of your body and down the back of your body. Come into your breath again and notice your breath here. Beautiful. Let's sink into chair pose right from here. So on my knees are bending, my hips are hinging, my arms are staying lifted. If this works for me, I can drop them down if this is better for me. This is a great position if I can manage it. So kind of be where it is for you. And inhale here. And exhale. And just sort of breathe in your chair. Just sort of sit in your chair and beautiful. And stay low in chair. This is a little tricky. I'm going to step my left foot back, so I stayed low in chair. So I'm kind of in this. So now I'm in a lunge here. Inhale here and then exhale and revolve. And inhale back, bring your arms back up to that good position. And exhale and step back into chair. And inhale, step the right leg back. Exhale, revolve. Inhale, lift up, core, legs, legs, legs. And exhale, step back to chair, cycle a breath in chair. Beautiful, inhale up. Exhale. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Now we're gonna do a warrior one and humble warrior sequence. So standing in front of my mat. Let's step our left leg back into warrior one. So I put the back foot down, 45-degree angle, and my feet may be lined up or I may be on two railroad tracks. And that's very personal where my hips feel good, right? So I just want my hips to feel good here, right? And so my upper body is facing front. My hips landed wherever they land for me. Everybody will be different here. And my legs are strong underneath. Great. So inhale our arms up. We're going to exhale into humble warrior. So my front knee stays bent. It's not pyramid pose. It's pyramid pose like, but it's not pyramid pose. So when I exhale, I'm coming down wherever it takes me so I can stay flat back. I can round my back. And I'm going to go all the way down because I can, but this knee stays bent. So this is called humble warrior. And I am dropping my head down. So it's like a bow. Hence humble warrior. And breathe here. And then inhale and come back up to that core action of lifting you back up. And then let's flow this on the breath. Exhale here. Inhale. Exhale, bow. Inhale, float up. Exhale and bow. Inhale and float up. And exhale and step to the front of your mat. And inhale here. Exhale, step the other foot back. Inhale. Exhale and bow here. So see how this feels. So second side may feel identical, might feel different. Just breathe here. Let the head really hang down, bow down. Let's inhale, core. Exhale, we'll bow. This is more of a flow. Exhale and bow. Do drop my head at the bottom. Then inhale, come down. Exhale and bow. So you can sort of feel the weight of the head here, right? Then inhale and come back. Great. Exhale and step back to the front. And then just sort of shake everything out for a moment. Okay, great. Start a longer standing series. So sometimes we do standing series with a lot of variation, but today we're to repeat 3 times, but we're not going to, not going to vary, right? So we're just kind of keep building the ideas. So standing in front of my mat, inhale here, nice and tall. Let's exhale, step back into warrior 2. And I want to bring your attention to your shoulders. And I want you to feel how, so if the left arm's in front and the right arm's behind, how the right shoulder blade is retracted on your back. And then feel how the front arm, you can protract your shoulder blade, pull your shoulder blade under your armpit. So you've got your shoulder blades in 2 different positions. And that's what I want to notice in warrior 2 here today. And just breathe and notice that. Great. And then for the first cycle, I'm going to ask you to notice where your shoulder blades move as you move, okay? So I'm going to inhale here. I'm going to exhale and reverse my warrior. So just notice what your shoulder blades do when you reverse your warrior. Great. And then inhale back up and turn and face front. We're going to come into warrior three. So I'm here, and I'm going to inhale here. I'm going to exhale into warrior three. I'm going to exhale and come forward. I have a tendon injury here, so I don't do as well on this side with my warrior three. I'm just being honest about that. And then exhale and step out of it. Into reverse. And then inhale and just step forward. Let everything go, shake it out. Okay, good. And then we'll go second side. I think today I will turn around so you can see. I'll be on the same side. So inhale, you're nice and tall. Exhale, stepping left foot back and coming into warrior two. Now notice again, so my left arm, the shoulder blade is retracted right behind me. And my right arm, my shoulder blade is protracted. So I'm sort of feeling my shoulder blade underneath my armpit. So feel and notice that. And then I'll talk more about the path of the shoulder blade through the rest of the work. Good. So inhale here. Exhale. So when I come into reverse, my shoulder blade has to tip up, and it probably slid back more to the retracted position as it slid up to allow my arm to come up and overhead. And then inhale, turning to the front. Both arms are up. So again, my shoulder blades had to tip up to allow my arms to come up. And just in this warrior three position, just draw your arms down so you feel your shoulder blades come back down. And then pull your arms back up, and you can feel your shoulder blades come up with your arms. That's just what they do. Okay, good. And then inhale here, and then exhale and come forward into your warrior three. Inhale and exhale back into reverse. And inhale, step forward, just relax everything. Relax everything. I need to lose another layer. Always surprising in the winter when we manage to warm ourselves up. All right, so let's go. That was only once. Let's do twice. Okay, here we go. We're back to the beginning. Relax your shoulders, nice and tall. Your stance. Inhale. Exhale, right leg is stepping back, taking me into warrior two. Find that shoulder position and inhale. Exhale, notice what happens in my reverse warrior. Inhale, preparing for warrior three. Exhale into your warrior three. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, step forward, relaxing my arms down. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, left leg steps back. Inhale, finding that warrior two position with my arms. Inhale. Exhale, reverse. Inhale for warrior three. Exhale, taking forward. Exhale to reverse. Inhale, stepping forward. See if we can take it out. We have one more cycle all the way through, staying, feeling your strong Tadasana stance in preparation. Inhale here. Exhale, right leg steps back, bending those shoulders. Inhale here, exhale, reverse. Inhale, preparing for warrior three. Exhale, forward. Exhale. Exhale, stepping the other leg. Shoulders extend. Not to worry. Extend. Everything. So let's take tree pose. So again, feel your strong Tadasana as your initial point in this tree. And recognize how very much you're going to breathe, but you're drawing your core in and hugging these side hips in, right? These glute medials really can support me a lot in tree, because if they don't, I fall out of tree, right? And let's stand on our right foot. Let's lift our left leg first. So I can need a kickstand. I can be here. I can be here. Wherever I want to be is perfect. And let's start it with our arms down. And so this knee does have some external rotation, which glute max is doing back here, helping this knee to externally rotate. And I want to feel the foot into the leg, right? So notice that first before anything happens. Boy, I'm unstable today. And then you can bring your hands into Anjali Mudra, pressing my palms together as you get settled. So plugging everything in, just kind of spin your mind's eye around your body, hugging in, drawing up, drawing up, drawing up. And then when you feel confident, you can lift your arms up, but only when you feel secure. You can see I'm a little bit wobbly, but I'm working it. And exhale and step out. All right, good. So on my left side, because I've got this tendon recovering, I will tend to kickstand here, right? So I'm here, or here, depending on how it's working for me. And drawing in, up, right? The shoulders are relaxed. Start with my arms down. And this external rotation of the knee, so glute max back here, is what's holding my knee here, as opposed to letting it drift forward. And start with the arms down. And as you feel solid, I can come into Anjali Mudra. And when I feel more solid, I can bring my arms up. Feel what the shoulder blades do when I come up. Breathing here. Beautiful. Exhale and step out. Great. Let's kind of widen our feet out. Inhale our arms up. Let's exhale and wide-legged forward fold. So drop everything forward. Drop your head down and really relax down here. Your legs might be straight. Your legs might be bent. Whatever it is for you is perfect. Whatever feels good to you is perfect for me. So just kind of breathe, and you could even kind of bend and move your legs around. That feels better. Beautiful. And then inhale to come up. And then heel toe in to about hips width, maybe slightly wider than hips width. And then exhale, let's exhale into chair. And I'm going to keep sinking into Malasana. So just sink all the way down till you're in Malasana. Everyone's a little bit different. My heels are usually down. Your heels may be up. And whatever Malasana is for you is perfect. Hands in Anjali Mudra so I can use my elbows to separate my knees. Great. And what I want to do here is let's press knees into elbows and elbows into knees. and then relax. Now, what I want you to do is pull knees away from elbows. Pull knees away from elbows. And then completely relax. Great. And then let's open our arms. So I'm kind of pushing my arm against this knee and just open my arms and look at my right hand. And come back to center and then go the other way. And come back to center. Great. Now just sit back. Let yourself sit back. And let's put our feet together again, Baddha Konasana. And everybody's knees are going to be a little bit different here, right? So see where your knees are and maybe kind of wobble them around a little bit. Great. And then put my hands on my knees. And inhale here, nice and tall in your body. And then exhale and push down. And inhale and release. And exhale and push down. And inhale and release. And exhale and push down. And inhale and release. A little PNF work here today. And then exhale. Inhale, lift my arms up. And exhale and take yourself forward wherever it is for you. So I can start with a flat back, then I can round it. Everybody's going to be different here. Take it where it takes you and breathe here. And inhale and come up. So we'll come down to, how am I on time? Good. Let's come down to supine. And keep my knees bent. And I like my feet to be under my knees or where my hands can touch my heels. Then I know I'm in a pretty good supportive position for bridge. Arms down by my side. So we'll flow up and down a few times, and then we're going to end elevated and drawing our shoulders underneath you, but I'll talk you through that, okay? So let's just initially press my feet and my hands and inhale up. And exhale, I can float back down. Inhale up. Exhale, float down. Inhale up. Exhale, float down. And now let's inhale and float up. And I want to walk my shoulders underneath me and clasp my hands and stay as elevated as I can and just breathe here. Once again, you can kind of notice how the air feels when it comes in this position and how it feels when it goes out in this position. Beautiful. So let's inhale together. And as I exhale, I'm going to let my shoulders slide out as I lower myself down. Hug my knees in, rock my sacrum. Great. So now let's come into a twist. So to start this twist, I want to feel like my shoulder blades are underneath me on the floor. My arm bones are in the socket, so my shoulders are essentially pinned down to the floor. And I want to encourage my shoulders to stay there. I'm going to inhale, and then I'm going to exhale, and I'm going to drop my knees to the left, and I'm going to cactus my arms and let my eyes follow my knees. And then put your attention into your shoulders and see if they both feel pinned. It's slightly possible that your right shoulder has come off the floor a little bit, and that's okay. You just want to encourage it in the direction of the floor. And so now roll your head around and now look over at your right arm. And that may bring the shoulder down a little bit lower to the floor, and we'll breathe here. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, bringing your knees back to center. Leave your arms cactus. Hug your knees in, so bring them in as much as you can. Everybody will be a little bit different here, and that's okay. Inhale here. Exhale, drop your knees to the right. Follow with your eyes. Follow your knees with your eyes. Leave your arms cactus. Same thing, my left shoulder might have tipped up a little bit, but I can try to open that shoulder up as much as I can. And then I'm going to roll my head around and look at my left arm and breathe here. Inhale here. Exhale. And inhale back to center. Beautiful, happy dog, happy baby. I don't know why I said happy dog. Happy baby. Anything you want to do before we come into Savasana? Any remaining stretches? And as I'm talking about Savasana, I'm going to get up and put my layers back on. So if you lost some layers, you may or may not want to add layers before Savasana. And my intention for Savasana today is kind of in keeping with our theme of body awareness is I'm going to do a little bit more of a talky Savasana than usual. I'm going to take you through a body scan in our Savasana. So as you stretch out, lengthen your tailbone, settle your shoulder blades underneath you. Beautifully long. Come into your breath first. Start the body scan in the belly button. So as you're breathing, just bring your mind's eye to your belly button. See if you can, on the exhale, really draw your belly button in, and on the inhale, really relax it. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, really relax it. Now I'm going to take you down the left leg. So bring your attention over to the left hip. I want you to see if you can flex your glute max and the whole hip region. See if you can tighten that whole left side of your hip, leave the right side alone, and then relax it. You can do it, inhale, and then tighten it on the exhale. Inhale, and release it. Your attention going down to your hamstring. So this gets a little tricky, but see if you can do it. See if you can tighten your hamstring without tightening your quadricep. And I'm definitely tightening my glutes a little bit, but see if you can tighten the underside of your leg and then release it. Then one more time, you can tighten the underside of your leg and then release it. Beautiful. Now my quadriceps on the top of my left leg. So see if I can tighten my quadriceps, which lifts my knee. And release. Tighten. And release. So we're trying to isolate with these techniques, right? So bringing our attention down to our calf, see if you can tighten the calf muscles underneath. And relax them. I'm finding this one more challenging. See if you can tighten your calf muscles underneath. And relax them. Now think about all the muscles in the front of your shin. Can you tighten the muscles in the front of your shin? And relax them. And tighten the muscle in your shin. And relax them. All right, just taking the left foot. Let's do it with pointing and flexing. So point the left foot. And then relax it. And then flex it. And relax it. And point it. And relax it. And then flex it. And relax it. All right, beautiful. I'm going to come back up to the belly button. So nice big inhalation. Exhale where I'm drawing that belly button. Inhale. Exhale, draw that belly button. Great. Bring the, now my attention is going kind of down my psoas into my hip. Tighten my glute max, which might help me tighten the front hip flexor. And let it go. And tighten it. And let it go. Moving our attention to our hamstring, which is probably going to involve some glute too. So tighten my hammy. Hamstring. And let it go. Attention to the front of my leg, my quadricep, which pulls my kneecap up. And let it go. Tighten my quadricep. And let it go. A little more subtle, try to tighten my calf, back of my calf. And let it go. Tighten. Front of shin, tighten, and let it go. This definitely feels more subtle to me, and tighten, and let it go. And then with the foot, it's starting out relaxed. I'm going to point it, right foot, relax it, flex it, relax. Point, relax. Beautiful. Bring our mind's eye up the right leg, back to the belly button. Inhale. Exhale, draw that belly button in. Inhale. Exhale, draw that belly button in. Good. Now expand from there to the whole core. Inhale and then exhale and really draw it in. Feel the front of the core. And then see if you can bring your attention to the side of the core on the next exhale. Inhale and see if you can bring your attention to the back of the core on the next exhale. One more time, full core. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. And then inhale. Put my attention up to my chest and see if I can tighten my chest muscles, pec major and pec minor. And relax. Tighten those muscles. Feel when I tighten them, how they want to pull the shoulders in. They do. And then exhale. Beautiful. Turn my attention around to my upper back. So tighten my upper back. So I've got rhomboids, serratus anterior. There's a lot of muscles back there. Latissimus. Tighten all those muscles in the back. And then let them all go. Tighten all those muscles in the back. And let them all go. Beautiful. Let's go down our left arm. So see if I can first tighten my shoulder, sort of tighten the upper arm shoulder. That might drift down, then drift down and tighten the bicep. Then keep drifting down and tighten the forearm. And then relax everything. Now with the hand, let's do the same thing. Let's point the hand, relax it, flex the hand, relax it, point it, relax, flex it, and relax. All right. Mind's eye takes me back up my left arm, across my chest, to my right arm. So see if I can tighten my right shoulder. Let that tightness go down and include my bicep and my triceps, include my forearm all the way down, and then let it all go. And then point my right hand, relax it, relax my right hand, relax, point, relax, relax. Beautiful. Attention comes back up my right arm. Now come into my neck and just sort of see, it's a little hard to do this, but see if you can tighten your neck muscles, just lying like this, tighten them and let it go. Tighten them. Let it go. Beautiful. Now scrunch your face together really tight and let it go. And scrunch your face and let it go. Let's see if you can scrunch your whole skull and let it go. And scrunch your skull and let it go. All right, so head to toe, every single muscle, tense every muscle in your body, tense everything and let it go, and tense everything and let it go. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So you've got two choices here. You can roll to your side, or if you like, you can hug your knees in and pop up this way, but taking your time to come up to a seat. Very good. And then sitting up nice and tall. So find that place again. Remember, I was talking about how sometimes I'm tipped a little bit forward and I want to settle back. So I'm kind of really stacked over my sitting bones. And get nice and tall. Let's share some breaths together. Let's inhale through our nostrils. Open our mouths and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Exhale. Thank you so much for joining me for this body awareness practice. I really love this week, having this kind of focus. So, and I actually haven't made a final decision about what I want to work on next week. But why don't we say we'll have a core awareness week? Like good timing right before the holidays. We'll have a core awareness week next week. So I'm here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. We will not meet on the 26th or the 2nd. Those are 2 Mondays associated with the holidays. So thank you. Yeah.